What's going on, world? So we got some new information here on the PlayStation 5 Pro. By the way, y'all like, subscribe if y'all like this type of content. I appreciate it. Help this channel grow. So we see here Hideo Kojima is playing in the picture here, teasing people. If you look over here, obviously he has the PS5 covered up. If it was just a regular, PlayStation, he would not need to do that. So obviously, for PR reasons, he's covering up. It's obvious what he's playing on because you can link that right into here. So he's kind of give you that veil right there that he's developing settings for it right now. He's not trying to give you a picture of anything either. So that's pretty obvious. But going to this website that I just found, after long rumors and waiting, we are finally approaching the fateful date of the announcement of Sony's new console. You probably have an idea about its name, but we can confirm it anyways with a lot of exclusive information about this hardware supposed to provide a lot of power. And that's the model design right here, according to this France website. Because if you refresh it, I mean, it's in France, so you got to translate it into English. This is it right here, according to them. That makes sense. But another interesting thing here is a hard drive attached and a hard drive not attached. So they may have launched a base console with a detachable hard drive as stock, and then you can add on one if you want, which I don't mind that. That's what they were doing with the Slim and whatever. So I can believe that to be very true. And honestly, like if you look at like a lot of the numbers, it's like and let's go ahead and do this. Most of Sony sales now are digital. For the in the last fiscal quarter, 80% of Sony Corporation PlayStation games were generated via digital downloads. So if we take a look at that stat right there, and you see this is August 7th, 2024. And it just keeps on rising. That's just the way that things are going now. These consoles are like AMD PCs now. The only one that's not really a PC, I would say, is Nintendo's console. But even 3 months back, 77% were full game software digital downloads. Very high for PlayStation, higher than Xbox, but even Microsoft's doing it now. They're pulling their physical games out the store. So I would say that's very, very likely just to look at some, facts here. Discover our exclusive information about Sony's new console. Among the information you will know, as well as the name. We knew it was going to be pretty much PS5 Pro. They don't really change much. You can see the same type of controller throughout the years. They do that type of stuff. The PlayStation game community is starting to get excited, if it hasn't already, about several upcoming events and products from Sony. This was obviously being filled by so many rumors about them. Part of the rumors concern the holding of a possible PlayStation Showcase event that is going to be happening this month with the reveal. If it's not this month, it's not happening. And these rumors have unfortunately been established for months and systematically resurface after each day of play. Jeff Grubb, who has several reliable sources, yeah, he's reliable, mentioned it during a Game Press Morning Live. According to him, it is indeed a state of play, set of a showcase, and will be held towards the end of September. The other parts of the rumors concern the release of a PS5 Pro. Now, we don't know when that's going to happen, but if they're going to announce it this year, I would say it'll probably be in November or something. This supposed console had been talked about, or maybe a little bit more, or earlier, and it still is planned, according to some rumors, for the end of 2024. This article summarized the rumors already mentioned in the past. Yeah, we know about that. Now, going down, our information on the new console. Official name, PS5 Pro. That makes sense. PS5 Pro design. We're able to get a visual of the front of the final packaging of the new console. Basically, what we just saw in that image. This allows us to have an idea of the final design of the PS5 Pro. So yeah, if this is correct, which I'm pretty sure it is, it gives you the idea that it's not coming with a disk drive and it's going to be diskless, and it'll probably make it around 600 or 650 bucks. And if you want to add that in, it'll be a little bit more. There's no way it's going to be any way cheaper than that. Sony also just jacked up the price of PS5 in Japan, and they lost almost 200 million on Concord and are projected to. So if you look at those stats, I mean, they just can't afford to drop the price of PS5 right now. They're not going to. Though I think it's dumb to punish Japan for a Western mistake and getting in bed with DEI. That's their fault. Um, but yeah, this is the sketch drawn right here. We can see a design very similar to that of the PS5 Slim, We will find the same white color of the exterior facade of the console, 2 USB ports, and the power button will also be pressed in the front of the console. The first difference that can be noticed from our sketch is the presence of 3 black strips in the middle of the outer facades. Yeah, right there. The type of outer facade, however, remains similar to that of the Slim. And we might imagine that it is possible to reuse the replacement facades to side for the Slim. That would make sense. The other difference is that we can only see the final visual of the PS5 Pro, and it is its thickness. Yeah, it's pretty thick. Indeed, the PS5 Pro appears slightly thicker than the Slim. That would make sense, though. Missing disk drive. Fortunately, we are not sure about this point, but because indeed the visual we have comes with the PS5 Pro without a disc player, like I said, I think that's pretty likely. However, even if we think that this will not be the case, we do not know the existence of an edition with a disc player, even if it will undoubtedly be possible to affix a disc player to it like the Slim. They're going to do that. It is believed that it is rather a commercial choice by Sony, so in order to launch this console on the market with a competitive price for reducing the cost on the presence of a disc player. Type of controller included with the Pro. I'm pretty sure it's going to be the same thing. And then we have the announcement. Now, you have another guy over here saying there's a 2 TB storage model. I think this will be another option thing. Because if you're going to be doing that, there's no way it's going to be 600 or 650, you know what I mean? Because we're talking about what a disk drive and 2 TB, yeah, 700 plus range. That's if you want to do that. I think this is going to be an option. I don't think they're going to, have that. And you got some people saying the Pro is going to launch at 499, like you're out of your mind. So he's going with that RDNA4 stuff. We're going to see Ultra Boost mode, improving old titles. Every game submitted for certification in August or beyond must be compatible. The PS5 Pro. That's why you had those posts saying that a lot of developers in the console industry are delaying their games and waiting on the Pro so that they can like launch two at the same time. Because if you launch another patch after that, it costs money in development time. And it's not going to be nosy, and it runs cooler. So obviously you have to adjust that type of stuff if you're going to be adjusting your consoles because you don't want the power supply that you have in a base PlayStation getting a new GPU and all that and frying it or all that type of stuff. So yeah, that's definitely going to happen. But this is by Rhino right here. And then this individual right here, he just posted this a few hours ago. Now I covered this in my last video about people talking about 33.5 to 36.1 teraflops. Look, this is an RTX 4070. All right, it's at 29 teraflops. You mean to tell me that they're going to put in a GPU inside of the PS5 Pro that's going to be over 3 times more powerful than the PlayStation 5 with the same CPU and the same memory? Because they're just overclocking those a little bit. It's not going to happen. These people are living in fantasy land. So that's 3 times the power, even more because it's 33 to 36. They're guessing right here. So that's not happening. You, oh man, these people live in fantasy land. Look, we could go to the RTX 4070, and I did this in one of my recent videos. Y'all can look at. This is like a 400 to 5. Okay, it was a 4070. This is a $500+ graphics card. It's more expensive than the goddamn console itself. These people just don't know what they're talking about. So let's stop making up numbers if we don't have them. But we know it's not going to be this. And they're doing an FP32 aspect right here. You know, and I just don't get why they do this. And it's going around again. So, but yeah, going past all this, he just did a video too. He was the one kind of putting it out, but he's not doing that anymore, which is good, along with other people. We're getting the same sketch design here. It's going around big time, you know what I mean? And like I said, yeah, people are realizing Kojima is playing on it. That's pretty obvious. But yeah, let me know what y'all think about this. As I told people before, another thing that I was saying in my video that's not good that people are doing is trying to say it's going to do 4K 120. Not on the new games. That's going to be old games. Because I show like the recommendations for like something like Star Wars Outlaws. Though I think this game should be better optimized, but these new engines are very demanding. You need an RTX 4080 to run at 4K 60, and you need the right type of processor. Look, I'm going to show you guys right now what I'm running. I have a 4070 in mind, and I have a Ryzen 9 89 45. Yeah, you see that Ryzen 9. Whatever the hell it just said. Yeah, I don't know why. I think, yeah, I don't know. Yeah, okay, 89 45. Excuse me for that. But anyways, this processor is pretty beast. It has a base clock of 4.0 gigahertz, just to let you guys know right here. So, we can go in here. I said clock speed 4 gigahertz. And it can go all the way to like 5 point something. I mean, this literally embarrasses the PlayStation 5 CPU. And I'm running that with my 4070, you know what I mean? And I have 32 gigabytes of RAM up in here. So there, you can't upgrade the RAM and the CPU on the PlayStation 5. And somehow they have a GPU in here that's better than the 4070 with that same CPU that they have, the AMD's in too. So that means you're gonna have to get a better power supply. You're gonna have to redesign everything in the console, make sure the motherboard is the cooling, all of that. And they're only gonna give you $100 upgrade for a card that I have that's 500 some bucks. Get out of here. Not gonna happen. So yeah, stop lying to people. And they're doing it again, you know what I mean? That this is going around. There was somebody else that was doing it too. Let's go ahead and find this real quick. And they're talking about like RDNA4. It's like, bro, what? No. Yeah, here it is again. Like they're just starting to spread it around. You know, it's not good because like you're giving people a false idea about the way things actually work here. Like I said, there's people that are doing you see this is all over the place because a lot of people want this, and I understand 4K 120, but they need to be in reality. Just because it's a console doing it doesn't mean like where was this one too? There's this one guy that's saying it's gonna outperform PCs and all this stuff. So I'm like, dude, it's just a GPU upgrade on a console. Why don't you chill out and stop making up stuff? All in all, though, yeah, there's so many have popped up since I last looked at it. Damn, man, this is going all over the place. But yeah, y'all let me know what y'all think. I'm just trying to give y'all some, realistic stuff here. So you see, it's trending right here. This is the same thing, basically. I just went through. There's so many popping up now, so yeah, I can't get to some of those other ones. But um, remember, keep your expectations in reality, and don't believe all this crap, and just realize that it's just a jump in the GPU. They're overclocking the CPU a little bit and the memory, and then you gotta like adjust the cooling and stuff too. Because like I said, you can't just jump in a GPU. People that know how to build PCs know better than that. And it's not going to be anything mind blowing. You're not doing no 4K, it's even native 60 on some of those games. As I've shown people that with the Star Wars requirements, you need a 4080 to freaking do that. So that's not happening. These new games are too damn demanding. What they're going to try to do is give people better settings. Like for example, like if you look at Wukong on PlayStation, it can't do native 4K. You know what I mean? And even when they do like quality, the settings are like at medium. They even lower it when you go down to lower settings. Whereas like a PC could do 1440 60 and have all settings on very high or cinematic. it's not just about resolution and FPS, but it's about also the settings that you can't see because on consoles they're invisible. Unless they let you adjust a little bit amount of stuff. Also DLSS and FSR. Sony's gonna have their own custom made too, but even then, it's not like they're doing anything different that you can't do on PC right now. And the PS5 Pro is going to be a mid PC, kind of like I say a mid-high PC, because you're just upgrading the GPU. The CPU and RAM and motherboards that people can put in their PCs, along with 64, I mean, you could put 64 gigabytes of RAM in your PC right now. Even people with a 480 64 gigabytes and 12 16-core processors, which you can get, or 12-core processors, are going to just absolutely blow it out the water. And there's nothing you can do about that because it's fixed. So people just have to realize what the hell that really means and be in line with the way things work, with technology. It's a GPU upgrade and they're altering the CPU and RAM. That's it. Like you got these people thinking it's going to do some prodigy because they're just have this console mindset where it's just like, oh, it's PS5, you know what I mean? It's going to be blowing away. Bro, it's just a GPU upgrade. Just live in reality. All right, y'all. Have a good day. Peace out.